The Salish Sea, a breathtaking expanse of water that stretches between the coasts of British Columbia, Canada, and Washington State, is known for its serene beauty. Its rugged coastlines, dotted with islands, are home to abundant wildlife, picturesque landscapes, and vibrant communities. But in recent years, this idyllic setting has gained an eerie reputation. Beginning in 2007, a chilling mystery emerged that has left both locals and experts baffled. Severed human feet, still encased in shoes, began washing ashore with unsettling regularity. The first foot was discovered on August 20, 2007, by a young girl walking along Jedediah Island, one of the many small islands in the Salish Sea. She spotted what she thought was a large shoe lying among the rocks. Curious, she picked it up, only to recoil in horror as she realized there was a decaying human foot inside. The shoe, a men's size 12 running sneaker, contained a disarticulated right foot, its condition remarkably preserved by the shoe's durable material and the cool, salty waters of the sea. The discovery was disturbing enough, but it was only the beginning. Just 6 days later, another foot was found, this time on nearby Gabriola Island. Like the first, it was encased in a sneaker, a nearly identical size and style, and also a right foot. The similarities were striking, yet there was no immediate connection between the two. Police and forensic experts were puzzled, but initially treated the discoveries as isolated incidents. But then, over the next few months, more feet began to wash ashore. By 2008, 5 severed feet had been found, all in various locations around the Salish Sea. Some were left feet, others were right, and all were in sneakers. The phenomenon sparked a media frenzy, with headlines dubbing it the mystery of the Salish Sea Feet. Theories abounded, ranging from plausible explanations to wild speculations, as the public and experts alike tried to make sense of this macabre puzzle. Forensic analysis provided some answers, but raised even more questions. The feet showed no signs of trauma or dismemberment by human hands, ruling out foul play in most cases. Instead, experts suggested that the feet had likely detached naturally from decomposing bodies in the water. The buoyant materials of modern sneakers, designed to float and protect the foot, helped carry the feet to shore, while the rest of the bodies remained submerged or were carried away by currents. This explanation, while scientifically sound, did little to ease the public's unease. Why were so many feet appearing in such a concentrated area? Who did they belong to, and how had they ended up in the water? And why had this phenomenon only started recently, when sneakers had been in use for decades? One of the first avenues investigators explored was the possibility of accidents. The Salish Sea is a popular area for boating, fishing, and recreational activities, and accidents on the water are not uncommon. Could the feet belong to individuals who had drowned in the area? It seemed plausible, but the sheer number of feet and the lack of corresponding missing persons reports made this theory less convincing. Another possibility was suicide. The area is home to several high bridges, including the iconic Lions Gate Bridge in Vancouver, which has sadly been the site of many jumpers over the years. Some experts suggested that the feet might belong to individuals who had taken their own lives, their bodies later carried away by the sea's strong currents. But again, the numbers didn't quite add up, and not all the feet could be definitively linked to known cases of suicide. As the years went by, the discoveries continued. By 2019, a total of 21 feet had been found, scattered along the coastlines of British Columbia and Washington State. Some were matched to missing persons through DNA testing, providing closure for grieving families. These cases revealed a mix of circumstances, drownings, accidents, and even natural deaths where bodies had somehow ended up in the water. But many feet remained unidentified, their origins a haunting mystery. The media coverage of the phenomenon took on a life of its own, fueling speculation and conspiracy theories. Some believed the feet were evidence of a serial killer operating in the area, dumping bodies into the sea. Others suggested the feet might be linked to organized crime or human trafficking, with the dismemberment serving as grim warnings. Still, others pointed to more fantastical explanations, invoking sea monsters or supernatural forces. One particularly intriguing theory linked the feet to the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. In the aftermath of the disaster, thousands of bodies were swept out to sea, many never recovered. Some theorists speculated that the currents of the Pacific Ocean might have carried debris and possibly human remains across thousands of miles to the Salish Sea. However, forensic experts quickly debunked this idea, noting that the DNA of the feet found in the Salish Sea matched individuals from the region, not Southeast Asia. The peculiar timing of the discoveries also raised questions. Why had no severed feet been found before 2007? Some researchers pointed to advancements in sneaker technology as a potential factor. Modern sneakers are designed with lightweight, buoyant materials that help them float, unlike older models that would have sunk or degraded more quickly. This explanation suggested that the phenomenon might not be new, but that the conditions had only recently aligned to make it noticeable. Despite the scientific explanations, the mystery of the Salish Sea Feet remains deeply unsettling. The idea of body parts washing ashore unclaimed and unexplained taps into primal fears of the unknown and the uncontrollable power of nature. For residents of the area, the discoveries have become a grim part of local lore, whispered about with a mix of fascination and dread. For the families of the missing, however, the mystery is far from abstract. Each foot represents a life lost, a loved one whose fate remains uncertain. The identification of some of the feet has brought closure to a few, but for others, the unanswered questions are a source of ongoing pain. Who were these people? How did they end up in the water? And why do their feet continue to wash ashore year after year? The phenomenon has also captured the attention of scientists and researchers who see it as an opportunity to study the complex dynamics of ocean currents, decomposition, and forensic identification. By analyzing the conditions under which the feet travel and wash ashore, experts hope to better understand the forces at play and perhaps shed light on other mysteries of the sea. In recent years, advances in technology have provided new tools for investigating the Salish Sea Feet. DNA analysis has become faster and more accurate, allowing investigators to match remains to missing persons with greater precision. Geographic information systems, GIS, are being used to map the locations of discoveries and analyze patterns in their distribution. And researchers are exploring the use of underwater drones and other technologies to search for submerged evidence that might provide clues to the origins of the feet. Yet despite these efforts, the mystery endures. The Salish Sea Feet remain an enigma, a haunting reminder of the power of the sea and the fragility of human life. For every answer that emerges, new questions arise, ensuring that the story of the feet will continue to captivate and confound for years to come. As the tide rolls in and out along the shores of the Salish Sea, the waves whisper secrets that may never be fully understood. The feet, washed clean by salt water and time, are silent, witnesses to a story that is still unfolding, a story of loss, of mystery, and of the enduring human quest for understanding in the face of the unknown.